It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. For Chicago, they'd like to play well to start this season's series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. And what a beginning to the season we've had. Some amazing plays, some huge games. Shaq, for the teams that have gotten out to a fast start, how do they go about maintaining that momentum?
Well, it's called PPM, Ernie. Perseverance, physically and mentally. Put your hands up, Ernie. Put your hands up, Kenny.
Okay.
Touch it.
All right.
Join hands. You just got to ride the wave and don't overthink it. Bring it back, Kenny. Oh, there you go. Ride the wave. Don't overthink. One last time. Ride the wave. There you go.
Oh,
Bring it back. Yeah. And
I think
then
I
ride
get it.
the wave. Yeah.
I got it.
I call my hands.
What
Ernie.
does that have to do with maintaining that momentum?
You got to ride the wave, Ernie.
Oh, okay.
That's the point I was trying
Kenny?
to make.
Well,
Have you got something that doesn't require physical demonstration?
Well, I just say that your hands were very soft. I just want to say that you do a good job of moisturizing.
Moisturizing.
Yeah,
yes.
you do. And
You know
I think
what it was? It was some of that gold bond. Man up, Ernie.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, let's just keep improving and see what happens.
Let's go courtside. Kevin Harlan has the call.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At center, At shooter, Jalen Brown. At small forward, Jason Tatum. At the other forward position, Al Horford. At the other guard position, Kyrie Irving. The head coach of the visiting team, Brad Stevens.
The starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. At the small forward position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 11, David. At the wing, 6 feet 4 inches, number 2, Jared White. The other guard, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 7, Justin Holiday. At the other forward position, 7 feet, number 24. Man in the middle, 7 feet, number 42. Ron Williams. Head coach of the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Our sideline reporter tonight is David Aldridge. You take a look at the Celtics. So important to get off on the right foot. New year, new season. These guys have done it.
Just a lot of positive momentum with this young team. Kevin, you can just see the confidence almost oozing out of these guys, and that's always important for a young team. Get some wins, build some confidence, and typically that can perpetuate itself into success.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Aaron Baines out there with Horford, and it's Tatum in at the 3. Now here's Brown, outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. High, arcing shot. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. Already, Doris, several elite rookies are struggling. We often see top high school players making the seamless jump to college. Why is that next jump from college to pro so much more difficult?
Well, I think every level of basketball that you go up, whether it's high school to college and then college to pro, there's a different level of physicality. The players take an extraordinary jump both in their approach to the game, their level of professionalism, what their physical and mental maturation state is. So the NBA has the best players not only from the United States, but from across the world. And so obviously there's a level of preparation that's required on a day-to-day basis, and the season is so much drastically longer from the college, which plays about 32 to 40 games, to an 82-game regular season, and then if you're fortunate enough to be in the playoffs. So there's a level of endurance required in addition to both the physical and mental maturation standpoint.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Out to the right wing. Grant against Irving. Now Grant. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. Pass to Nwaba. Takes a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Irving. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Bulls. They lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team, but we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
I mean, tremendous ball and body movement to start this game.
I think they're moving the basketball incredibly well and getting to the right spots on the floor, and it's really providing easy opportunities.
We've got Robin Lopez, and it's Pondexter in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 3. And Doris, as great as Al Horford is as a player, he might be even a better leader.
Well, he's a pro's pro. Al Horford is a guy who entered the league with great work habits and great skill. More than anything to me, though, it's his poise and calm demeanor under pressure that gives his teammates a ton of confidence.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in.
One shot, find the lanes.
That free throw good from Lopez.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title. But this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
Horford's shot is good.
Well, we know this. Al Horford's release is extremely quick. He can get that shot off in no time.
There's the dish to Pondexter. Passes to Felicio. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Covered by Morris. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by Morris. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Smart with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
That one falls. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
And working the painted area, Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bulls lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Defensively, they did a great job of contesting shots and making things difficult. They faced several attempted runs, and they came up with key stops. It was punch, counterpunch there for a while, and it's close, but the fight is going on.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, they remind me of Arizona. They were flat defensively. They didn't collapse at the end. They allowed over 50% shooting. I expect them to come out much more aggressive in the second half and try to take the lead early on.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. We've seen Robin Lopez really having a great game.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Well, it's his specialty. There are certain guys who can dominate a half or even an entire game by generating second chances.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Chicago leading. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Tatum out there with Horford, and it's Baines in at the 5 roaming the paint. So it's the Celtics now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Horford's shot is good. Doors with the NBA draft becoming of greater interest to the casual fan. Plenty of household names making big splashes. But who are some of the young players? To take a look at the list on the rise who have done it rather quietly, maybe without the headlines.
I think you'd have to look at a player like Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis, of course, the son of the great Arvydas Sabonis, has been around the game from the time he was born. And I think what you see with Domantas is this incredible feel for the game. Shot making, play making, rebounding ability, exceptional within the context of a system. I'd say quietly Sabonis is going to be a tremendous player.
I saw a lot of Clint Capella down in Houston in the playoffs last year. He comes to mind as well.
That's a great point. Guy runs the floor hard. He's the perfect foil for James Harden in screen and roll action. That's another great example, Kev.
Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and, Greg, get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. That's good from Lopez.
Robin Lopez, the prototypical lunch pail player. He brings so much skill, able to create some offense when his number is called.
Now, here is Irving. There's a good screen. Here's Morris. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Lopez a screen. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You know, that's good hands on display from Lopez right there, getting it up and down from inside.
And here's Smart. Morris a screen. 1 second left. Can't connect. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Quincy Pondexter out there with Markkanen. Then there's Grant, and it's Felicio in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Shooting for Boston. Marcus Smart. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that brings them within 5.
Boy, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
And so, Smart nails both of them.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Here's Zipser. There's the pick. Here's Markkanen, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And how about that stroke from mid-range by Markkanen? The 7-footer with a deadly jumper. That's like a defense's worst nightmare.
Now here's Brown, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Robin Lopez is checked in for the Bulls. David Mwaba comes in for Paul Zipser. Celtics also with a sub. Tatum's checked in. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Grant the pass to Pondexter. The fader. The shot that time, not on target.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. .102 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clock at 6. Here's Smart. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, Marcus Smart stays ready for these moments when his number is called, the ability to deliver a big-time bucket.
There's the pick. Mwaba kicks to Pondexter. With a jumper from the elbow. And the Bulls lead by 6. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Robin Lopez.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Kevin, if you want to know why they turned to Al Horford, it's because he delivers time and again.
23 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Justin Holiday. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Never a doubt on those free throws, and their lead is even more secure.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an end one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Knocked away. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Smart kicks to Baines. There's the feed to Smart from the arc. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Here's Holiday, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Justin Holiday.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Irving kicks to Morris from past the arc. It's money from deep. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.